In my last video, I embarked on an independent camping expedition into the high Arctic wilderness of Svalbard with a group of friends. In this bleak landscape, we enjoyed all kinds of conditions, from freezing winds to mild evenings, with wild reindeer being our regular companions throughout, and armed with a high-powered rifle in the unlikely event of a polar bear encounter. This time we continue to the end of our journey along a self-defined route back to the small settlement of Longyearbyen, the world's most northerly town. We encounter abandoned mining towns filled with vicious beasts, travel through spooky tunnels, and navigate a trackless mountain plateau through this harsh and unforgiving wilderness.
We decided to spend another night in this hut because for the first half of today it was absolutely horrible. It was pissing rain, everything was soggy, people's boots were all still wet and we were all tired, so we did our calculations about what we can probably manage to get away with. And if we do a long day tomorrow, we should be fine and still have our margin for error. Could be a worse spot, and we've got a nice cozy little tiny shed to stay in. We've got a herd of reindeer out here on the plain, which is nice to look at when you come outside. Another reason is that the place that we wanted to camp tonight is up there. And up until very recently, that valley was filled with low cloud. You set up camp in a place like that and a polar bear comes along, you won't see it until it's really very close. So we figured there's multiple things telling us to stay here. WTF.
It's so nice outside. At least we're in the cabin though.
Yeah.
You know, it could be a lot worse. At least we're not in our tents. Oh. Miserable.
Oh, that would be miserable.
That would be really miserable.
Do you want to have a look in there? I don't. Don't know if you can see it, you're not missing much though.
Nice, tasty,
it looks like a puddle.
Water.
I mean, you know when you see birds drinking out of a dirty puddle and you think, oh, that's a shame, I wonder how they get used to that. That's how they do it. We just
don't have a choice.
Dirty puddle. And I'm not used to it, I still hate it. Everyone else seems to be happy.
Crispy.
Everyone else seems to be cool with it.
I don't taste anything.
You haven't tasted anything? Well, you should drink out of dirty puddles as well. That'd be a cool trick. You'd be walking down the street and someone says, do you want to get a drink? You're like, no, that's cool, there's a drink there. Don't really need to pay for one. I can just drink out of this puddle with the dogs.
Whiter and...
Oh, it's blue over there.
Yeah, I saw blue at that stage. It's much more of a summer cloud. Touch these. Shall I put them back in their little box, Adam?
Oh, chuck it in.
Morning of our 7th day. We're doing our first river crossing, which is quite a wide one, but it's not too deep. It's really hazy today. We've got a long day trying to get to Kolsbrukta. Hopefully we'll go past a couple of mountain lakes. And yeah, that's the plan for today. Oh. Barely.
Explain your story.
Adam thought we should link up
and go across the river at a spot that we had watched Feargus go across, and it went up to his waist. So Feargus had gone away to find a better spot, Miranda had gone away to find a better spot, and me and Adam linked up and stepped into the river, and 3 steps later we were both tumbling down under the water. I've never been so scared in my life. And then we stopped and crawled to the bank, and I think I had a panic attack.
You did look in shock.
We made it. My boots are soaking. Adam's boots are dry.
They're probably, I think they're wet on the inside. My feet are cold. I can't feel it. I've got your one shoe as well. Do you want it?
I lost 1 aqua shoe and 1 sock. Oh no, you've lost one.
Only one. Got the other one.
So I can hop across. But apart from that, everything is still here.
And look, nice toasty water coming straight out of that glacier.
Hell.
A day to remember.
Yeah, tight down there. Very wet.
Oh. This is deep. I feel like we're in a bit.
Don't follow the lights.
Show my mom this.
Hey! How are we all doing?
Very tired.
But
Feeling
good.
accomplished.
Accomplished.
I'm feeling very calm. It's very calm.
Tired.
That was a long day.
Long day.
A long, varied and interesting day. It's
Fog. And pants.
it's 12:30. So
12:30 midnight.
yeah. So we're having our dinner under the midnight sun. Camped next to this spooky abandoned Russian mining settlement, which we'll show you properly tomorrow. But look, it's very nice atmosphere here. We can see the opening to the Isfjord, looking out towards Greenland and Canada. Have you seen The Road, the film? All right. But this is like in the film. Arctic terns. Getting attacked by the birds. Anyhow, this is the ugly abandoned mining town that we have been staying nearby.
The ghost town.
Yeah, the ghost town.
Hardcore Arctic camping. Check this place out.
Where else to? Where better to eat your fried? What's it called? What's it called?
Bacon and potatoes.
Bacon and fried potatoes.
Oh, where else?
Where else? This is a museum of sorts in a ghost town.
Rusanov Museum.
Rusanov.
Yeah, and that's Vladimir Rusanov up on the wall there.
Yeah? And who was Vladimir Rusanov?
He discovered the coal here, I think.
Ah,
Just before World War One.
it's his fault. Him. And this is the living area, which, considering it's many, many times bigger than the one that we had the other day, we've somehow managed to fill all of it.
Yeah.
I think I was the first culprit though. I just unpacked my bag and threw everything on the floor.
Oh, I didn't have a sand lounger in the last one, did I?
No. But your back wasn't playing up.
True.
Health and safety, health and safety. And now we get to walk through a long tunnel.
Yes! Oh, yes!
Why not?
This is the old covered railway because it used to be so bad with weather.
You were looking at pictures of this before we came.
Oh, now I'm creaming over this. Wow. This is amazing. This is so cool. This is right out of a comic book.
How long does it go on for?
How spooky.
Okay.
Right, so what's your favourite?
Oh, I would be if you had made me sit under the bed in the first part.
Oh yeah, that's
I was like, no way. But not necessarily.
We thought we might be able to get around the coast there along that track, but the track is destroyed, so we have to go over the mountain. The track actually goes into a tunnel, so it seems that the choice is between going over the misty mountain pass or going through the mines underground and risking shadow and flame. Well, at least you can't say you've done the same thing every day.
We've just got to the summit. Well, almost. A summit of the mountain. Great views. We're on our last evening. How's everyone feeling?
Tired and wet.
Totally and utterly pooped. I think.
That was a hard day.
It's a very hard day.
I apologised because
It's not your fault.
well, I told myself and everyone else that it was going to be an easy day.
Yeah,
I
because
looked
that's
at the
what you
map.
thought.
That's the perils of the wilderness.
So, just arrived back in Longyearbyen, came down that valley.
Well,
Not quite.
Well, not quite.
Longyearbyens are
We've arrived back in Civilisation.
Always wanted them.
Fjord out there.
and we had to come over those misty mountains.
Oh, Jesus
Over these
Christ.
misty mountains which are now clearing, just as we've come down.
Yeah, it's going to be glorious this
Yeah.
evening, no doubt. Does look pretty small. It's not bothered at all. Cheeky Arctic skuas.
Well, they just like seagulls.
Type of coastal.
You've got more food than us. Hey, look, there's fish in the sea over there. Nothing here. You should have got us at the start, not the end.
Here we are.
At the end.
All of a sudden we found civilization again, all packed into one room.
And that was it. We were back in Longyearbyen at the campsite, realizing just how exhausted we were. But we had a whole day to kill before our night flight out of Longyearbyen that evening. So we didn't waste it. The girls decided to go for an Arctic swim. Fair enough. Adam and me stayed dry. It was very cold. And we went back into the village itself and had a look at the local museum, which I actually found really interesting and really well done. Overall, it was an awesome adventure, and as I said in the previous video, unlike anything that I had done before that, it wasn't the wildest part of Svalbard, it was the center of Spitsbergen, the main island. There were huts dotted about, but they were miles apart, and we obviously did have to spend nights a long way from any kind of shelter because most of the huts are privately owned and locked up. But it was still pretty wild, and the knowledge that a polar bear could come along at any point always kind of kept us on our toes, and we did imagine what we might do if one showed up coming out of the mist or coming around a hill. But it never happened. No polar bears. I don't know when I'm going to end up going back to the high Arctic, or indeed the high Antarctic. It could be a while, it could be relatively soon. Adam and I have certainly been talking about possibly going to Greenland, but who knows when that's going to happen. It could be next year, it could be quite some time away. In the meantime, I am now back in Scotland, having spent 5 weeks in Norway with my wife and son. So the next 3 videos are going to cover that. So I hope you enjoy that. If you have liked this video, then please give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't already, please subscribe, because it really helps the algorithm to suggest my videos to other people. And in the longer term, you know, I want this channel to really grow. But I hope you've enjoyed this look back at some of my archive videos. Both these two and the one before on Mount Kenya happened many years ago, almost 10 years ago actually. And I will put archive videos up from time to time in the future when I'm spending long periods overseas and I need something to fill the gaps. But in the meantime, we are back to the present day. So I hope the weather where you are is better than it is up here in Scotland, and you're having a lovely summer in the meantime. And I'll be back with another video in about 10 days time. So everybody have a lovely 10 to 12 days.
You're like a better version than me.
Bye, Svalbard!
We'll be back.